I made 296,252 gold lazy farming. So today I'm going to be exploring how I reduced the amount of time invested for increasing the gold that I gain for my time. Let us begin. Starting off our list, we actually kept my druid with the Reigns of Osiris gold farm. If you haven't checked out already, I would highly recommend jumping over to the last video, as that is a more detailed description. I managed to get 1 Reigns of Osiris from the zone of 𝐆𝐀𝐌𝐄, and I sold none. My rogue actually changed his gold farm, and that was changing from the 𝐵𝐻𝐿𝐻 gold farm all the way over towards the lower Blackrock Spire. This is where he will actually be farming for the plans of the 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐻 Reaper. These plans come from the rare elite mob 𝐵𝐻𝐿𝐻, and as such has a 10% drop chance in order to actually gain these plans. However, you will have to reset the instance by jumping in and out every single time. A macro would be really helpful with /tar 𝐵𝐻𝐿𝐻, and if he is up, then please feel free to go kill him. If not, then go reset the instance. You get 10 instance lockouts per hour, and in those 10 instance lockouts, you round about get 2 spawns from him on average. I managed to get 3 of these recipes along with a bonus recipe, which actually netted me in 107k gold in looted item value. This is pretty dang good, and I'm very happy in order for this to actually occur. This gold farm takes roughly around about 6 minutes in order to do. The next one is my mage. He actually moved all the way from the Timeless Isles all the way over towards the Townlong Steppes, staying within Pandaria. What he's actually doing is he is farming the rare elite boss 𝐵𝐻𝐿𝐻. He has a 100% chance of dropping the spawn of 𝐵𝐻𝐿𝐻 battle pet, which sells for roughly around about 1k gold. I managed to gain 6 of these. Unfortunately, I actually forgot to farm him for one of the days, and that's why I've only got 6. But 6k gold for a 1 minute log, so 1k every 1 minute, is pretty good overall. Next up on our list is our warlock. My warlock actually was farming the Sealed Tome of the Lost Legion farm last episode. He actually continued this. I thought that this was a very good gold farm in order to do. It's always brought reliable and sustainable gold. Therefore, I did not actually get a Sealed Tome of the Lost Legion this time. However, I did manage to get the battle pet, the Sun Reaver pet, which I mentioned last video. This battle pet can be sold on the auction house, and I'm very happy that I actually got hold of this. However, in the grand scheme of things of scalability, this has always been a very reliable gold farm overall, so therefore I kept it with the routine and didn't switch anything. The lazy gold datasheet has now currently been updated, and you can check that out if you are on the Patreon, along with my TSM profile, which I have adapted it for this gold farming series. Next up is my paladin. My paladin actually jumped into the fray with all of my other characters, and he started farming up Demidose. This is in Shadowmoon Valley at a 15% drop chance for the spawn of Demidose, which can sell on the auction house for some pretty dang good gold. I'm very happy about all this, and other than that, I unfortunately in 7 days, as you can only farm this 1 time per day per character, this means that I did not get this battle pet. However, if I kept at it, I'm pretty certain I would get a hold of it, and this can be farmed in around about 33 seconds if you are spawn camping this mob. And overall, I will probably keep with this, as this can net you in some great gold if the RNG is just right, and for 33 seconds, no worries. Next up is my shaman, and he stayed within the Nagrand Rares farm. He managed to obtain 2 of these battle pets, both of them selling for around about 2k gold each, and therefore I was actually very happy with all of this, and I did manage to get some of these battle pets, which I sent over towards my banker. This roughly takes me around about 40 seconds in order to actually do. The same can be said for my warrior. My warrior stayed with the Tanan Rares gold farm, as this one takes me roughly around about 50 seconds in order to do, and I managed to gain 1 of the toys, which sells roughly for around about 10k each. I did not sell one, however, but overall I did manage to actually get the toy. Now I can sell on the auction house at a reasonable price for my time invested. This overall was pretty dang good. My priest also stayed with her gold farm of the Blasted Rares, as this one netted me so much gold of looted items for the Dragonflight fragments and Dragonflight spheres. I can actually do this in around about 4 minutes, and overall this is pretty dang good, and I can sell this all on the auction house, just the quest items, and not hand in those quest items for the transmog that goes along with this, as those ones sell typically a lot slower and the gold value is pretty down low, and you're rolling RNG again in order to get a hold of these items. However, I did manage to get multiple of these, and I actually managed to sell a few on the auction house as well as all of that. Let's jump over to my Death Knight, who also stayed along with her gold farm of Garden Nighthowl. I managed to get 7 of these for a 1 minute log each and every time, and overall I was very happy with this, as these are currently going for around about 1k gold each, which means for 7 minutes I've made 7k, as the mounts sell relatively fast in the grand scheme of things. Jumping all the way over to my Invoker, he became my banker. This actually is where I sent all of my different types of items from previous week in order to sell on the auction house. This included the Battered Hill, which we actually sold for a healthy amount for 88,000 gold. All in all, we managed to make around about 92,100 150 gold earned in our bags. At the total time for all of these gold farms that we actually did was 24 minutes. The total gold is in my bags currently is 133,232 gold for 2 weeks of gold farming for a very short amount of time, and our total gold value on the auction house is 163,020 gold. This is pretty dang good and has scaled quite nicely. If we add up all of the gold value along with our liquid gold and our auction house value gold, we have around about 296,252 gold of a variety of different types of items that we can actually sell on the auction house for a decent amount of gold, and just under 300,000 gold. Pretty dang good for only 24 minutes, and I'm very happy with how everything has actually turned out. That being said, have a wonderful rest of the day, guys, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.